Okay, so now let us look at another problem. So find the sum of this series. Okay, 1 over n times n plus 1. Okay, and so to handle this one, we're gonna use a idea of the telescoping cancellation. Okay, so here's what I mean. First of all, the an for this series is 1 over n times n plus 1. And we actually can use a partial fraction decomposition, which is a over n plus b over n plus 1. Okay. So what we can do here is, we can know that 1 gonna be equals a times n plus 1 plus b times n. Okay, because if we let them to have the same denominator, right, and then let the numerator to match, so 1 equals a times n plus 1 plus b times n. So it turns out, you can solve this as a plus b times n plus a equals 1. So from here, we can get that a equals 1, a plus b gonna be 0 because we don't have an n on the left hand side. So it turns out that b gonna be minus 1. Okay. So after this simple calculation, we can express our an as 1 over n minus 1 over n plus 1. Okay. So this is our an here. Now to find this sum of a series, often what we need to do is we need to figure out the nth partial sum first, which is going to be a1 plus a2 plus a3 up to an minus 1 up to an. Okay. And why I'm saying that this problem is called the telescoping type, because our an is here. If we substitute the a1 up to an with the expression, I'm going to have 1 minus 1 over 2. That's our a1. Plus 1 over 2 minus 1 over 3. That is our a2. Plus 1 over 3 minus 1 over 4. That's my a3. And then as you can see that for the an minus 1, that's going to be 1 over n minus 1 plus, minus 1 over n. And an, which is 1 over n minus 1 over n plus 1. Okay. So it turns out that you can see that we only have 2 survivors for the nth partial sum. So you see minus half, minus third, minus fourth. So there are going to be a lot of cancellation here. So only the first term and the last term are the 2 survivors. So it's 1 minus 1 over n plus 1. Okay. And since this is the nth partial sum, and when we take the limit as n goes to infinity, s of n, the nth partial sum, which is going to be limit n goes to infinity, 1 minus 1 over n plus 1, we know that this is going to equal 1. So that means this sum of this series is going to be 1. Okay, so as you can see that this cancellation part is what we call the telescoping cancellation. Okay, so very simple example, and I hope you enjoy this video.